Hey, I know what happened. I want you to know I'm here for you, okay? I know that they left and that you went to bed last night feeling broken. You know, you're smarter than people give you credit for. You know deep down that while you will still be friends with them, your conversations will lessen now, and seeing their face will only be through pictures on the social media platforms you share. Sadly, you also know that you will most likely see them with the person that they picked over you. Even though you knew what situation you were in with them, there was still some hope inside you that maybe, just maybe, there was a chance. But you always knew the truth, didn't you? You knew deep down that there was never any chance. Because you're smarter than people give you credit for, remember? You could still smell them on your clothes after they left. You sat there crying because you knew what the next day was going to hold. While you would remain and life would go on, you will now have to experience it without them being an active part of your life. No more afternoon visits, no more hearing them laugh, no more shared stories about their life, and no more hugs. You know that all you can do now is to watch from the sidelines as they move on and live their life. I know you feel like you were left amidst the rubble, buried under the weight of your sadness. The rejection stings, the absence echoes, and the temptation to retreat, to build impenetrable walls with the bricks of hurt and resentment is almost overwhelming. I know you thought about it. About building a wall so high, no one would ever get access to you again. I know it crossed your mind. I know you said it in your head. I know you, remember? But what if, instead of constructing defensive walls to keep others out, what if you learned to see those very bricks as a new foundation for something extraordinary? What if you could transform the pain of goodbye into a blueprint for a brighter, more authentic you? The initial sting is undeniable. I know your tears flowed freely, tracing paths down your face like rivers carving through the terrain of your emotions. I want you to know that it's okay to grieve, to acknowledge the loss, to feel the pang of what could have been. But listen to me, lingering in the debris is a choice. You can choose to wallow in the negativity, allowing it to consume you, or you can choose to see the potential for something much more. These bricks of abandonment, those undeniable reminders of a perceived rejection, are not meant to imprison you. They are, in fact, the perfect materials for strengthening your own foundation. These bricks you feel weighted down by represent the gaps in your self-esteem, the vulnerabilities you need to address, and the areas where you can truly begin to grow and flourish. By carefully examining each brick and acknowledging the pain it represents, you can identify what needs reinforcing within yourself. What if their departure revealed a need for greater self-love? Maybe it highlighted a tendency to prioritize the needs of others above your own. Perhaps it illuminated a fear of vulnerability, a reluctance to truly show your authentic self to someone else. Recognizing these areas is the first step towards building a stronger, more resilient foundation. This isn't about transforming yourself to win them back. No. This is about cultivating a love for the person you are becoming, someone who is independent of external validation. This is about understanding that your worth isn't determined by the choices of others, but by the strength of your own character. The process of self-discovery and rebuilding is profoundly rewarding. You will discover a resilience you never knew you possessed. In fact, you may even begin to prioritize your well-being, rather than continue to be the sacrificial lamb you allowed yourself to become. Be honest with me. I know you were sad yesterday, but something changed when you woke up this morning, didn't it? Something remarkable happened. When you looked in the mirror today, instead of seeing the sad, heartbroken individual who was defined by their loss, you saw a confident, radiant soul looking back at you, didn't you? That face that once wore the weight of sorrow was glowing with a prominent smile, a smile born not of fleeting happiness, but of deep inner peace and self-acceptance. Your eyes, once clouded with tears, seemed to sparkle with self-assurance and a vibrant zest for life, didn't they? This is the magic of transforming pain into progress. This is a removal of the shackles that bound you to someone who you knew didn't want you, the release of the grip they held on you. This is the power of choosing growth over stagnation. This is you choosing to take the bricks of goodbye and choosing to use them to build a stronger, more beautiful version of yourself. You've finally learned to love the person staring back in the mirror, not in spite of the past, but because of it, haven't you? And in that moment, you realize that their departure, while initially heartbreaking, was ultimately a catalyst for your own evolution. You are not defined by who left, but by who you can become in their absence. You are the architect of your own happiness, and the foundation you are going to build will be strong enough to withstand any storm. Look at yourself. I mean, really look hard. That sad face is gone, isn't it? It's been replaced by a smile that reflects the true, confident, unrelenting, fierce, and unstoppable version of you that has emerged from the rubble.